Hello, hello, and good evening. Happy Friday. The weekend is here. Yay! Unless you work weekends, then it's not so wonderful. If you are new here, please say hello as you hop on. Okay, we got that going. Okay, today we are going to make a burlap flower. So this is the flower that I was taught to make, and it's really cute. Just adorable. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this on our frame today, and I'm going to actually open it up and I'm going to put a little button inside and give it more of a little rustic theme. Okay. So what you're going to do is it's this kind of burlap that you buy at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. It's about 5.5 inches wide, and I have an 18-inch piece. So let me get started. So I've already done most of it just to save time. So it's an 18-inch piece. And what you do is you're going to take all of these cross pieces out. So you can see how there's cross pieces up here, and then down here it's just vertical pieces. So we're going to take all the horizontal pieces out. So I found the best way to do that is just to hold one end and just hold it here and just pull them right out. And I save all of those because I'll show you what I made with them after. It's really cute. So let me just go ahead and do this. I should probably put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. If you're on, please say hi. Let me know you're here. Let me turn this around this way. I have more. And if you don't know me, my name is Susan Cox, and I have Down the Dirt Road Creations, where I do card making, and I'm also a creator for Magnolia Design Co, which we'll be working with today. So they do a lot of chalking and inking. They make home decor, or I make home decor with their products. You can ink shirts, you can ink towels, make all kinds of stuff. It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay, so this is what you end up with. So if you're just popping on, what I'm doing is I'm making this burlap flower. It's really adorable. And I'm going to use this on my frame today. Hi, Gail. Thanks for joining. Hi, Sue. So I'm going to go ahead and make this. And what this is it is made out of this burlap, okay, which you can get at the craft store. It's about 5.5 inches wide. I used a piece that's 18 inches long, and I pulled all of the vertical pieces out. So I just left the horizontal pieces. So then what you do, let me move this out. I didn't turn on my glue gun. I'm so prepared. Okay, sorry about that. Then what you do is you're going to fold it in half. And now I'm going to have to let my glue gun warm up. But you fold it in half, and you glue edge to edge all the way down, okay? So you just glue it down, so then you get all of these kind of little loops, just like this. And then when that's done, and I'll do this once my glue gun warms up, you take it and you just curl it, and you curl it all into a big circle. So what you get is the back side of it is going to look like this. It's all curled up, but then the front gives you this adorable burlap flower. So that's what we're going to do today. And again, that is with the burlap pieces like this, 5.5 inches, and then it's an 18-inch piece. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, this is a frame that I got from Magnolia Design Co. with my designer kit. It's a black frame with kind of a chalkboard surface. I sanded this frame to give it more of a rustic look. It was like just coal black, very, very black. But I went and sanded it. So you can see that I roughed up the edges, roughed up the surface of it to give it more of a country look. And then in that, we're going to do, oh, let me see. I never dreamed I'd grow up being a crazy chicken lady, but here I am killing it. So I'm going to pull this out of the package so you can see it so there's not a glare. I save all of my plastic packaging for my transfers or for my stencils because I put them back in there. Oops, I'm not paying attention. I put them back in there, and that's how I store them, because they have a little hole here at the top, and you can hang them. At my old craft room, I used to hang them on coat hangers and put them in the closet. Here, I have command hooks on the walls, so I hang them on the walls by size. So this is what this one looks like, and I just think it's adorable. So I'm going to do all of this in white, And then what we're going to do is we're going to watercolor this chicken a little bit. So we're going to kind of make him look like a barred rock chicken. Okay, so let me get this off to the side. And then if you've been with me before, you know that on my stencils, I always write back on the back. And I'll explain why. Let me just write chicken lady. And I'm going to write back. And I do that because these stencils, the back side is matte and the front side that it sticks to is a glossy side. So I'll let the light catch that. You can see it's how it's glossy. You want to, when you put your stencils back on after you're done using them and washing them, you always want to put your stencils back on the glossy side, not the matte side. They'll stick really bad here and good luck getting them off. So I always put something there. So if I'm in a hurry, I don't accidentally stick them on the wrong side. Okay. So let me see if my glue gun is warming up here. It is. So let's go back to our flower real quick here. Okay. So we'll make this flower. Let me get myself set up. So I'm just going to line up my edges and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right there with the glue gun just to get it started, to hold it in place. There we go. And that'll help me keep it on the fold. So guys, if you're hopping on, please say hi. Let me know you're here. Don't be shy. And then my question of the day, and I will repeat this a couple times, is, and you have to answer this to be put into the drawing, which will be held next Friday. Every Friday I'll be doing a drawing. The question of the day is, if you won $5,000, what store, and you can only go to one store, what store would you go to? Where would you spend that $5,000? I don't know. Part of me says I should just go get horse feed and just stock up on that. Part of me says I'm going to Hobby Lobby. So, you know, I'd have to think about it. I guess it's kind of a tricky question. If we want to be practical, I guess, probably buy the stuff we need. Or maybe with the price of eggs, we just go buy a bunch of eggs now. My goodness. Eggs are crazy expensive. Okay, so we're just going to put this glue right down the edging here. And I'm just going edge to edge on this. Okay. So everybody survived that cold weather snap we had, huh? That was crazy, even here in Missouri. I thought we kind of got away from some of that moving down here from Wisconsin, but oh, not this year. It was cold. But I'm glad that's gone. All the snow is gone. We have a few little spots where, you know, the snow banks were put up, but that's it. I'm okay with that. Okay, we're just about done this part. Get that all situated. I'm trying to do this without burning my fingers. If you've worked with glue guns, you know that you get glue everywhere and you burn your fingers a lot. So, okay, so this is what you end up with when you go edge to edge, okay? So you're gonna glue that all right down edge to edge. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start here and we're gonna start folding it into a tight little circle and we're gonna roll the whole edging together and this will help make our flower. I might start from this side because I have a longer edge over here. So I'm gonna start with the smaller edge and see if we can't get this going here without burning my fingers. If you hear me say ow, you'll know why. Like that, ouch. Once you get started, it's not bad. It's just getting that first start. I got glue all over me here. So if you're hopping on, guys, give me a hello, please. Let me know I'm not sitting here all alone. Hey, Samantha. Question of the day is, if you won $5,000 and could only go to one store, what store would you go shopping at? And I was saying I didn't know if I was going to go and be practical and buy horse feed and store up on that. Well, $5,000 for the horse feed would be crazy. or hay. But I don't know. I think I'd like to go to the craft store too. I could go to Hobby Lobby and I could definitely spend $5,000 there on furniture and all kinds of stuff. Oops, I just went off my thing. Groceries, yeah, that'd be smart. That's smart thinking. You know, we moved down here and I'm just shocked at the price of groceries here in Missouri. They're so much more expensive than they were in Wisconsin. It's crazy. Or Amazon. My gosh, you could buy everything there. I'm really trying to stay off Amazon. I get on there and my bad time is like I'll be at night, and if I'm cruising the web or something, I'll hop on Amazon and I'm going, oh, I love to shop at night. So I try to stay off at night because that's when I'll wake up the next morning and go, did I really just buy that? Did I really just spend that money? So what I'm doing, Samantha, since you just hopped on, is I'm making a burlap flower, and I'll show it to you in just a minute. I just can't stop the rolling right now. And it's really cute, and I'm going to use this on my frame today. I have one that's already made and ready to go. So I'm just gluing it all together right now. And these are just so stinking adorable. But, you know, I'm a country girl, and so I love this burlap stuff. I love the country farm stuff. I probably should have wrapped this one a little tighter. Okay, so let me just let that hold there. I'm gonna put my glue gun over there. So this is what you end up with, okay? So when you roll all that burlap up, this is what you get. So you just kind of stick your fingers in there, fluff it up, and you get this adorable little flower. I just thought these were so cute. I saw the owner of Magnolia Design Co., one of the owners, making it, and I thought those are adorable. So this is what we made. And how you make this is with this burlap that you get at the grocery store. You got me thinking groceries now. You get this at the craft store. It's about 5.5 inches wide. And it's 18 inches long. That's what you're gonna use for a piece. You cut it 18 inches long and you take out all of the horizontal pieces. You just sit here at the edge and you just pull them out, and they pull out very, very easily. And then you fold it in half like this. What you have left, you'll fold in half like this. So it's gonna look like a bunch of loops. And then once that's all glued, then you roll it up like you just saw me doing, and you get this little flower, and then you just fluff it out. And you get this adorable little flower. So we're gonna get moving on to some other stuff right now. I have glue all over my fingernails. So what we're gonna do is we are going to, let me blow fuzzes off. I got burlap fuzzes everywhere. We're gonna do this frame today. And yeah, I'm sure Caden is eating you out of house and home. Those boys can eat. Hey Brenda, how are you? Okay, so we're gonna do this frame today. And this was a coal black frame that I got from Magnolia Design Co. I actually roughed up the edges. I just took some sandpaper and sandpapered it because I wanted it to look more rustic, more countrified. And we're gonna do, I never dreamed I'd grow up being a crazy chicken lady, but here I am killing it. So I'm gonna get my fuzzing pad. And what we do, is I'm gonna peel this off here, off the backing, and I'm gonna stick it on my fuzzing pad. And the reason we do this is because this is a very, very smooth surface on here. And if I don't take some of the stick off of this, it's really gonna stick here and it's gonna be hard to peel up. So I'm just sticking it on my fuzzing pad. It picks up just a little bit of lint from the fuzzing pad. We usually do this a couple times. And then I'll stick it on my surface. And then these, someone had asked once upon a time, does the fuzz, or do these not get sticky again? Yes, these these stencils get sticky over and over again. You can use these numerous times in a row. You just, when I'm done doing this, you put it in a water bath and then you just wash it. I don't have my stencil eraser here right now, or stencil cleaner, but it looks like a Mr. Clean eraser thing that they make, but it's actually just, it's a stencil cleaner. And you're just gonna put this under water, wash both sides, And then you go ahead and put it right back on its backing again, back in its packaging, and it's ready to go for the next time. So let me get that over there. Let me lay this on. I'm going to put this up just a little high because of my big bow that's going on the bottom. So I want to make sure I get this on straight. Excuse my head in the way. And then you just push it down. And you want to make sure everything that you can see, all the writing and all the clear, what that is, it's like a silk screen. So when we put the chalk paste on here, that chalk paste is going to go through all of the clear part that you can see. And when we lift this stencil up, that design is going to stay on this board. So you want to make sure that you push it down nice and tight so there's no air bubbles around where you're going to be chalking. And then what we're going to do is we are going to paint this chicken in just a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of watercolor with them, with the chalk paste. Okay, I think that's good. So let me grab my chalk paste. I'm going to do everything in white. I don't even know if I've opened this one yet. Yep, I have. Good, we're good. Okay. So you just scoop up your paste on your squeegee. And we're just going to plop it on there. And you just pull it down. You're just pulling it down to cover all of the clear parts, all of the screen. And it's really quick. It's really easy. You know, someone had told me, oh, I wish I was crafty. And I'm like, you don't have to be crafty. You don't have to be creative. Magnolia Design Co. does that all for you. You just have to buy the stencil, have the paste, get a surface, and you know, you can buy surfaces anywhere. You can go, my favorite place to buy surfaces actually is at Goodwill, because you can get them, especially on their half price off days, you know, they have the certain tickets that are certain, or there's certain colors are half off. That's when I like to go buy surfaces. And then what I do is I'll make stuff and then I set up at craft fairs and sell my product. Okay, so everything's covered. So I'm going to go through and I'm just taking all the extra paste off my stencil right now. And I'm putting it right back in my jar. Make sure I get everything covered. It goes right back in the jar, and then I'll just seal that jar up. And we're going to peel this off, make sure I don't have anything on my fingers. And it's still sticky. And try to peel it off like side to side so that you don't stretch your stencil so bad. I could have fuzzed this a little bit more. You guys can see that it's sticking, but that's okay. But it came out adorable, as long as I can get the whole thing off here. Voila! Okay, let me put that off to the side. Wipe my hands because I did get chalk paste on them. And I will hold this up. This came out so cute. So stinking cute. Okay, let me hold this up. So there we go with that sign. How cute is that? So just instant decor. You could hang it on the wall just like this, and it would make just an adorable sign for those chicken lovers. I love chickens. I never thought I liked chickens. When I was a kid, every time I asked for a pony, I got chickens. So I grew to hate chickens, but for the past couple years, I've been wanting them. And last spring, I ended up getting some chickens, and I was just like, oh, I love my girls. They were so personable, and they followed me everywhere. So I'm going to use my heat gun, and I'm going to dry this up because we're going to do a little bit more to it. And this heat gun came in my $99 creator pack from Magnolia Design Co. Oh, this is adorable, guys. Okay. So what I was going to do also is, where did I do with my ribbon? I have so much stuff on my little desk. Oh, what did I do with my ribbon? Where did it go? I don't want that one. Oh, it's over here. I moved it. Okay. So I have this little polka dot ribbon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ribbon around the frame just to bring some more of the burlap into it, because I'm going to do this burlap bow down here. Okay. But I think what we're going to do first is we're going to paint this chicken. So again, this is what we just made. You wanted a horse for Christmas too? I wanted a horse every year for Christmas, every year. And finally, one year I did get a horse, and he ended up being horrible. We found out that the person sold him because they were afraid of him. So they sold him to like a little 13-year-old girl, me, and he ended up, oh, he broke my collarbone. He reared up and flipped over on top of me. He would run off bucking all the time. It was horrible. So then I started to be afraid of horses, but that didn't last very long. So we're going to paint now this chicken. We're going to kind of give him some gray feathers in there, just sporadically. If you guys can see this, I kind of moved them off. So I'm going to mix some white paste, and I'm going to mix some black paste. Probably don't need that much black. I'm just going to mix it up here. Oh, I kind of want him a little lighter than that because he's on a black backing. So let me add a little bit more white. There we go. So I'm just mixing this in a little tray I have. Let me kind of clear these off. Oops. Put that over there. And then we're going to add a little bit of water to make it more of a watercolor-like. Let me move that. I like to keep my paste sealed, and if I'm not using them this way, they don't dry up. They are chalk paste, so they can dry up if they're left open and unattended. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water in there. Let's mix it up again. So it's kind of like just like a watercolor, basically. I just want it to be a little thin. That might be good right there. Let's see. So I'm going to grab a paintbrush. I don't know which paintbrush I want. Let's go with a thinner one. Then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to start painting some of his feathers. So I'm hoping this turns out good. The one good thing, or the one bad thing about limes is you never know what's going to happen. I might just need just a little bit more water. It's still too thick. I don't want it like a paint. I want it like a watercolor. Okay. So let's see. We're going to start with some feathers up here. So we're just going to kind of bring in some color. And this just gives them a little bit of, oh, definition, character. Like I said, the barred rocks, I don't know if they're barred rocks or bared rocks. I always call them barred rocks. But those are always my favorite chickens. So we're just going to kind of make them look like one of those. And you don't have to be an artist to do this. I'm just kind of following some lines every here and there, just kind of filling in some spaces, kind of like paint by numbers. So anybody have any plans for the weekend? I'm actually going to ask hubby if we can go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow because I don't have ribbon. I need ribbon to get some of my projects done. And I know he'd like to make a trip to Menards because I know he has a list. So that's what I'm hoping we're going to do tomorrow. I know we have chores around the farm too, but we'll see. Okay. Still a little thick here. Let me see. I will be going live on Monday night, next Monday night at 7. I'm going to be doing my 7 o'clocks on Monday and Friday, and I was doing Wednesdays. Next Wednesday I'll go at noon. But after that, I am starting a new job. So I will be working during the day. So I will probably end up doing all of my lives about noon, or I'm sorry, about 7 at night on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'd still like to do 3 lives a week. And then my giveaways will end up moving to Friday nights on my live. I'll just do the giveaway then. So I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of adding some gray every so often. And the black is showing through a little bit, which is good because again, it's given some dimension. And I'm not perfectly staying in the lines. I don't want to cover the white because the white shows, you know, the separation. So I'm just kind of putting it here, there, and everywhere. And I think I might go back with some white feathers too, because the barred rocks do have white feathers in there too. So I'll probably do that. Samantha Wins, if you're still on, when is hubby coming home? I know he's away right now. I didn't know how long he was away for. That's got to be so hard. And tell Caden I said hello. Never did get to meet him in person. Hey, Terry, how are you? I didn't even see you were on. How are those dogs doing? You getting ready for your gorgeous irises to pop up this year? You guys, have you had a mild winter? It seems like people are having mild winters this year, except us. We've not had a mild winter here. It's been cold. We've had more snow down here in Missouri than we had when we lived in Wisconsin. And more snow down here than anybody in Wisconsin had this year. It's crazy. So I'm just kind of filling in a couple of these feathers. And hey, Jay, I didn't know if you remembered me or not. Gosh, high school was how many thousands of years ago? You know, do you ever think, I could go back to high school with what I know now and the confidence I have now? Did not have confidence in high school at all. Was so insecure. And now I would love to go back with all the younger punks and say, hey, you know what? You're not as cool as you think you are. Okay, we're getting there, guys. Let me see. As this gray is drying, I'll show you what I'm doing here. So you can see I'm filling in just some of the feathers there just to give them some color and some dimension. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. But just enough so he's got some kind of character and isn't just a white stenciled chicken on a board. Let me refresh my page here. Bear with me. We've only had 2 storms this year, 1 to 3 inches. Nice. That's nice. We've had a lot. We have snowbanks still on the floor, on the ground. But they're leaving. We've been in the 50s. It's going to be in the 60s this weekend, so everything should disappear. white chicken with no flavor. I don't know, I'm a white meat eater. I don't want that dark meat. But I love skin. Okay, I think, as this is drying, oh no, it's looking good if I hold it up. Okay, let's give him some color up here. Poor little chicken. Okay, we'll give him some color there, and then we're gonna go to white, I think. And I gotta do his comb. And I don't have red paste, so I'm actually gonna use red acrylic paint because I don't plan on changing this out, so we'll be good. So if you're not familiar with Magnolia Design Co., I'm using a chalk paste. And if I wanted to take this off, all I would do was I would go ahead and just spray some water on this and use my stencil eraser and wash this board, and all of this would come right off. So I could reuse this surface over and over and over again, which I've done in the past. I've changed them out for seasons. I am going to use a little acrylic paint for his comb, and his beak I'm probably just going to do probably a dark gray, just because the chickens I had dark gray beaks. I didn't have orange beaks like we always see. I know there are breeds that have those. But I'm going to do his comb red, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw some white feathers in here. So this is what I'm doing right now. It's just basically like a watercolor to add some dimension to this little guy. And let me get a little bit more in here. So if you're just joining, I usually do a question of the day. And my question of the day is, and this will put you into my, my drawing next Friday. I give away a drawing every Friday. We do a raffle. And the question of the day is, if you want a $5,000 shopping spree for one store, what store would it be? So that's my question of the day. Put the answer into the comments. And if I see you answered, then I will put your name on my spinning wheel. And you will be entered for the drawing for next week, next Friday. Okay, I'm going to just throw some gray lines in here, and then I'm going to throw some white on top. And get this chicken going here. He's kind of cute. Okay. Okay, let me get some white. I'll have to get a different paintbrush. My computer screen here freezes up, and so it doesn't show me all the comments. And I can see stuff coming up there, but I can't read it from here. So let me pull this back up again. Yep, it's still not showing me. But let me see. I have to squint, even with glasses. Hey, Kathy, how are ya? Hi, Tanya. Thanks for joining, guys. If you didn't get the question of the day, it is if you want a shopping spree, a $5,000 shopping spree to any store, what store would it be? And then answer that, and your name will go into my drawing, which will be for next Friday at noon. And I need my water. Magnolia Design Co. has this great little misting bottle too, which I love. Okay, so I'm doing like a watercolor. So I'm using my paste, and then I just put just a little bit of water in there because I don't want to paint with the paste. You can, but it's thick, so I want to thin it out like a watercolor. So let's get this thinned out so we can paint with it. I'm going to add a little bit of white to this chicken too. So let's see. And I'm just gonna throw some little white lines in here just to add some, character, dimension, color. I'll kind of do this quickly. If you missed the first part of this video, go back and check it out. I made this cute, cute, cute little burlap bow, and I'll show it to you in a bit because I'm going to be using it on this chicken. They're really fun to make. They're easy to make. So does anybody have any plans for the weekend? We're supposed to have beautiful weather here. And I know there's a lot of stuff my husband wants to get done around here, but I really, really want to make a trip to Hobby Lobby tomorrow. He doesn't have to go with me, but I know he wants to go to Menards, which is right across the street. So we'll see if we can get that done. I need some ribbon for some projects for my lives. I have some stuff I want to do, and I'm like, oh, I need ribbon. I'm a ribbon person, a bow person. Okay, we're getting there, guys. Almost done. Hand me, dear, another milk machine. Yeah, but you'd probably still have stuff to spend, wouldn't you? Or is this a large milk machine that would take up a lot of your money? I loved my little simple pulse I had. Tractor Supply, Terry. Yep, that's a good place too. You can buy lots of stuff there. I love Tractor Supply. Although the one here in our town doesn't have a whole lot in it. Hi, Gail. Thanks for joining. So what I'm doing here is, let me see, when did you pop on? Just a minute ago. I am doing a little bit of kind of watercoloring here. And this chicken I'm just adding some dimension to him so he has some personality. So, actually, I think I added too much white. He should probably have more gray in him. But I can fix that later. So, because now he just looks like a white chicken. But anyway, that's what he looks like. You can see that he's just kind of in there. I might go back over the gray again because as the gray dried, the black kind of came through a little bit. But as the white dries, it might show less too. So I'm going to let him stay just like that for right now. And we will see how he dries. And what I'm going to do now is, if you didn't see the beginning of the video, what I did was I made this burlap flower. I think these are just adorable. They're made out of this burlap roll, okay? I explained in the beginning of how to make them. Super easy, and we're going to use this on this frame tonight. And I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to put ribbon around the whole edge of this frame because it's a burlap colored ribbon. It's got polka dots on it, but I want to bring in some more burlap into this to match this bow or this little flower I'm going to put on. So what I'm going to do is just get my glue gun. And I'm just going to put a dollop of glue right there just to start my ribbon. Just to hold it in place where I need it. And then I'm going to line it up and I'm going to go just a line across very easily here, there, everywhere. I'm going to lay my ribbon down. Make sure it's straight. And then this ribbon has a front and a back. So it's got solid on the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fold it up and I'm going to go solid up the sides. Okay, so let me fold my ribbon up there. Let me put a little bit of glue there. And I'm going to fold my ribbon and just hold that till it sticks for a minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put some glue up there. Lay my ribbon down nice and straight. I love hot glue. It dries so fast. Hey, Riley. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me turn this around here. So I'm going to continue this up here, up the side. And I'm not going to go all the way up because I'm going to do that fold again with my ribbon. Oops. I just put a little bit of a dip in my ribbon there. That's what I get for going sideways. Okay, so now we're going to fold this ribbon this way again, so we're going to get the polka dots at the top. So let me just put a little bit of glue right in that corner. And I'm going to fold my ribbon again and hold it until that dries, so it sets it. Burn my finger in the process. And then, again, we're going to go right across the top. So it's polka dot on the top and the bottom, and it's solid down the side. And I think this just adds just enough of burlap to it so I can add my little bow or my little flower to it. Okay, so we're going to do that same thing up here. We're going to fold that corner down to get us back to the solid. And hold it till it dries. Aw, that's sweet, Samantha. Cherish the time while they're home and they're young, because believe me, they grow way too fast and they're on their own way before you know it. It's hard when they move out and become adults. Okay, and I have blue strings everywhere. Whew. Okay, so then down here, I'm going to do a little fold on this just to get that polka dot to come up again. But I see that I have a little bit of length sticking out. So it doesn't matter because my burlap flower is going to cover it anyway. Okay, let me get my scissors. I'm going to cut this off. Put that over there. I'm going to glue down that little section right there. Make sure that's stuck. And if this isn't really fully stuck, so see how my little corner is sticking out right there? It's not folded like the other corners like that. I'm going to see if I can't snip that off. One thing I love about these scissors is they're nice and sharp and I can get right under stuff, but I don't know if I glued it down too good. But let me see. I might be able to get a little bit off, but like I said, my burlap flower is going to cover most of that anyway. So this is what we've got so far. Okay. And like I said, this chicken I may end up, what do you think? Do you think he needs little black dots for pupils in his eyes? They kind of look kind of ghostly, don't they? With just those white beady eyes. Do you think I should put black dots in there? Let me know in the comments. Oh, right, you got another baking order. That's awesome. Okay, so this is the burlap flower I made, which I just think is adorable. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stick that down in here, and I'm going to get a button to put in the center of it to finish it off. And I have lots of buttons. I don't know if I want to do, I think I'll do the black button because this black and gray one will bring out the black from the frame. So let's go ahead and we're just going to put some glue in there. I'm going to stick that button right in there to finish this off without burning my fingers. This is just a cute, cute, cute flower. I just love it. No, Riley, you don't want it to be quiet for baking orders. You just need to open your own store. That's what you need to do. You do an amazing job. Yes, pupils. Yep, I agree, Gail. He's spooky looking with those white eyes. So we're going to put black dots in there. Okay, so this is what my flower ends up looking like. Is that not adorable? That is so cute, guys. I think it's adorable. Okay, let me move my glue gun over there. We're going to put the buttons away. Oh, and we're going to try black eyes. I just don't know. Should I put them like so we? Oh, you know what? We forgot to do his comb. I gotta get his comb painted red. So let me get some red down in here. And I don't have red paste, so I am using red acrylic paint. I went and I bought a bunch of inks, but I did not buy a bunch of paste yet. I have to shop. Just gonna rinse my paintbrush here to get some of the gray off of it, the white. We are gonna go ahead and do his comb, and then we will put some black dots on those eyes. Okay, his comb is gonna be a red. I don't really have a small enough brush to get in here with this, but we'll make do. Get it patted on. I want to put it on a little thick just because if I put it on thin, this black background really bleeds through, and that's what you tend to see more so. Okay. So now at least we have a red comb. Let me see, I tried to stay in the lines there, but it kind of looks funny, so I'm going to paint it in just a little bit more. I'm going to fill it in more. I'm going to go over the white a little bit. There we go. That looks better. He's a silly chicken. Silly looking chicken. Okay, so he's got a red comb. So that adds some color pop to the picture. And then his beak we were going to do, I'm not going to do it orange. I was going to do it like a kind of a dark gray, and I'm going to pull the black out. So to do his eyes, for his eyes, I'm just going to go, do I want to make him look cross-eyed or down, or where do I want to put his pupils, guys? I need help with this one. Where do we put his pupils? Do we put him on the inside downward? Do we put him on the outside, top, middle? Where am I going to put these pupils on him? That's what he looks like. It's kind of scary looking. Let me know where I should put those pupils. And I'm going to go ahead and mix up a little bit of darker gray here to get the beak done. Call it the pantry. Okay. I don't know if I like that name. Just because it sounds like a food pantry. But you know what? People would learn your product and they would love your product and they'd learn to love the pantry. Okay, so let's get this beak done in here. The beak now it's a dark gray, but it's not as black as the background was. Oops, there we go. Okay, we're going to stop there. Center, center, center. Okay, we're going center, guys. This is why I need feedback. Because I probably would have made him look cross-eyed looking down. Okay, so center. I'm just going to dip it in here with the back of my paintbrush. And we're going to go center. Boop. Let's hope the next one matches. Well, he looks better. He doesn't look like a scared chicken now. He looked a little possessed in that last one. Okay, let me cover this up. That makes him look much better. Okay, so now we've got eyeballs, at least. He looks much better in person. I hope he does on the camera too, because he looks so much cuter now. Okay, let me see here. I think I'm going to go through, and my gray feathers have lightened, so I think I'm going to go through, and I'll do this after so I don't keep you guys too long. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to darken up those feathers a little bit so he looks more like a black and white rather than kind of a mottled, because I'd like him to look more like a barred rock chicken. So I might darken those up a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our flower we made. Oh, and when I showed about these flowers, when I was saying, again, it's made with this burlap, okay? You just cut an 18-inch piece, 18 inches long, and you pull all of the horizontal pieces out. And if you watch the beginning of this video, I'll show you, it shows you how to make this. But save all of those horizontal pieces, because then you can turn around and you can make little tassels. And these are just so cute. And I got these little mini door tags, or little tags, and you can put little stencils on those and just put a little tassel on those, and how cute is that? So all kinds of cute stuff you can do. So save your scraps, because you can build with those scraps. That was one thing I meant to add. Okay, let me get this on before my glue gun decides to shut off on me. I'm just gonna stick some glue there. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop this down right in the corner. And so if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, if you're just joining in and you're not sure what I'm doing, first of all, I do a question of the day. My question of the day is, if you won a $5,000 shopping spree to one store, what store would it be? Let me know in the comments, and I will put your name. If you answer, I will put your name into my drawing, which will be held on Friday at noon. And then every Friday I will be doing a drawing, but you have to answer the question of the day. And if you answer today's question, you answer Monday's question, Wednesday's question, thanks for the hearts. If you answer Wednesday's question too, if you answer all 3 times, your name will go on that drawing or that spinning wheel 3 times. So that gives you more chances to win. And I don't know what I'm going to be giving away right now. Normally it's something that I make on a live. So if you watched last week's, our winner was Melanie, and she won the rose tea towel that I made. And so that'll be going out in the mail to her on Monday. So, okay guys, this is my little chicken picture. I think it came out really, really, really cute. I really like it. Like I said, I'll probably darken up that chicken a little bit more. I might make his pupils a little bit bigger just because they're a little small. When I'm looking at him again, I'm like, he still looks like, he looks like he's afraid. Which chickens usually are. That's why they called, they're scaredy cat chickens, whatever. Yeah, I lost that train of thought. Forget that one. But anyway, it might make his pupils just a little bit bigger. But that's what that is for today. And that's all I'm doing for today. I will be back Monday night at 7 o'clock. I will be back Wednesday at noon. I'll be back Friday night at 7 o'clock. The drawing will be held Friday at noon is when I do the drawings. If you have any questions, what I'm working with is Magnolia Design Co. This is a chalking and inking company that I work with. They have lots and lots of stencils. They just released a bunch of their spring stencils that they had in their back office for a little while. So they just released a bunch. They're limited supply. And then here next week, I believe it is next Tuesday, they're going to be doing their new spring release. So they'll be releasing a bunch more stuff. We have a craft club membership that you can join. It's $22.99 a month, where you get a surface, a stencil, a squeegee, your paste, and anything needed to make that project. and they automatically, you have to sign up for a 3-month commitment. And if you don't like it after 3 months, you can cancel. But I think you'd like it. It's a lot of fun. It's a quick craft. They send you directions on how to make it. If you haven't seen the January one, it is on my website. Just scroll down. It's a heart that I made with ribbons. It's just adorable. And they just released what the next one is for February. And it has to do with shamrocks because they're usually a month ahead. So January's had to do with hearts for Valentine's Day. February's has to do with St. Patrick's Day. So they usually are ahead. So if you want to gift it to someone, you can, or you have it for decorating for yourself. Any questions, please put them in the comments. Send me a private message. I don't care. I appreciate you, all of you, for joining me. I appreciate the ones that have put in orders. I appreciate the people who have joined the craft club. It's a journey that I'm on with this company. I love it. I did this company a few years ago and I missed it so much I came back. So I will see you guys Monday night, 7 o'clock, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Thanks so much for joining. Bye-bye.